What's up everyone, Tom from the Airsoft headquarters here, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about cleaning inner barrels and why it's important, how to do it, etc, etc, etc. So the point is to do this in under 5 minutes and try to keep everything fast, short, sweet, and to the point. So we're going to start the 5-minute timer right now. There's a couple reasons why you would want to clean your inner barrel. Just because you feel like it probably shouldn't be one of them. There are a couple of risks when you are trying to clean your inner barrel that you need to be aware of. Otherwise, there could be consequences if you do it incorrectly. So why would you want to clean your inner barrel? First reason is you're playing in the rain or the snow, or you just straight up dropped your rifle into the mud. Those things can happen. Any type of material that gets inside of the barrel can lead to jams or inconsistencies of the BB flight path, and that is not going to be very much fun because you're not able to reach your target and you're not able to hit people. That's an issue. So one of the resolutions for that issue is going to be cleaning your inner barrel. How to clean your inner barrel is all fairly suggestive, but I'm going to tell you what works for us and what we suggest to other players that come into the Airsoft store. So one of the first things is we suggest cleaning your inner barrel using microfibers. Now microfibers are going to be small little cloths that are going to come in any type of optics, regular prescription glasses cases, or some type of camera equipment. Generally, there's going to be a type of microcloth that comes with them. If you don't have microcloths, they're very, very, very inexpensive and you can pick them up very cheap. Pretty much any Walmart, Best Buy, TJ Maxx, I think TJ Maxx, pretty much anywhere, they're gonna have microcloths. So you're gonna use this and it's going to be cut up fairly small. I mean, really small, because you do have to get your unjamming rod, which does come with rifles generally. In some cases where you don't get an unjamming rod, you can come to the store here and we'll just give you one. We have collected several over the years, an entire box worth, in fact, so don't need to pay for it. We'll just give them to you for nothing. So you're gonna cut your microfiber cloth down to a size that will fit inside of the 6mm diameter of your inner barrel. And I'll cut away to cut at this. So the microfiber, you're going to want to cut to a 1.5 inch by 1/2 inch total size. That's generally the size that you would want for your inner barrel. You're gonna take your rifle, remove any type of extra suppressors or tracer units. General muzzle devices can stay on. And one of the first things that I would do before I would suggest putting your cleaning rod inside of there is identify the total length of cleaning rod that goes into your rifle before you put it in. So I would put my finger right about there, right to the total length of the rail system, and that will allow me to stay as far away from the inner barrel or from the hop-up unit and the bucking. Because what happens is if you go too far and start to impact that bucking, which is a soft rubber that is attached to the end of your inner barrel, that can rip and that can be an absolute failure for your hop-up unit and inner barrel assembly, which means everything needs to be completely disassembled and that bucking needs to be replaced. So to make sure that I don't hit that, I'm going to come in, just go to the very end of my finger, roll it around and move it back and forth as I begin to pull that out. And then you can do this dry, otherwise you can add just a little bit of water. You are not going to want to use silicone oil because silicone oil, if you put any amount on there, because it is an oil, it does get everywhere. And that can make its way to the bucking, and if the bucking gets oil, you know, this kind of basic knowledge is that oil is slippery. The bucking is intended to grip the top of the BB as it goes through that hop-up unit. If your bucking is slippery, you're not going to get any type of backspin on the BB, and it's going to create some very obvious issues. So when you clean your inner barrel, make sure that you stay as far away from that bucking and then go back and forth a couple of times, adding water if it's very muddy and you have larger particles inside of that inner barrel in order to go through. If you did get your barrel completely stuck in mud muzzle first, what you will need to do is you will need to disassemble your rifle in order to get to the very end of your hop-up unit. Then you're going to take the unjamming end, the one without the cleaning material on it, and this is going to be the same size as the BB, so you are going to be safe not to rip the bucking, and you're going to push those particles out of that inner barrel on the end, which allow you to then go back through very, very carefully. If you do have any large mud particles or sticks or whatever, then you can come back on the other end and clean all that smaller stuff out. Microfiber is a dust collector, so any of the smaller particles or any type of liquid such as rain or snow that can get trapped inside of there and start to create rust and start to break down the rubber bucking, you're going to want to use the microfiber to collect that water and get as much moisture out of the inner barrel as possible. If you were to rip your bucking, which can be an issue that leads to jamming and can lead to inconsistency of BB flight path or overall velocity, your bucking is going to rip if you have silicone oil in there, or it can occur from playing in extreme temperatures or extreme weathers, where just the friction of that BB is enough on the soft material of the bucking or the frozen material of the bucking and can create a rip. That's going to be part of the issue. Another cause of bucking rippings is going to be manufacturing issues. However, in all my years of teching and professional teching here at the store, 99.9% of bucking rippings is due to using silicone oil, incorrect cleaning processes, or playing in extreme temperatures or weathers. Those are the very two. However, we're not totally leaving out the fact that it could be on the manufacturing side. But just be aware of that because that can be an issue. And that's really it when it comes to cleaning your barrels. Make sure to stay away from the bucking in your hop-up unit and make sure that you use microfiber, not paper towel, not t-shirts. Definitely do not use silicone oil and do not use real firearm lubricants in order to clean your inner barrel. That's pretty much it. If you guys have any further questions, put them down in the comment section below. I'll do my best to get to everything. Other than that, you guys take care, stay safe, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.